Hello everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Once again, we're going to be doing a really good recipe here. It's for Deluxe Raisin Bran Muffins today. This is a really special one. You'll be surprised at the ingredients that's in it. It's high in fiber, which makes it really good for you. It's great for snacking on any time of the day, but it's especially good as a breakfast muffin. Before we get started, check out my new cookbook. It's my first one, and it's available on Amazon. And the Crown of Purple is also available on Amazon. I've provided a quick link in the description below this video. Okay, so let's get started with today's featured recipe. Since Raisin Bran is the star of the show for today, let's start with that. So you don't have to go out and buy bran just to make these. Even though they're bran muffins, they're made with Raisin Bran cereal. Start by adding 3 cups of Raisin Bran cereal to a large mixing bowl. Now, even though there's some raisins in the Raisin Bran cereal, there's never enough raisins. So I add a half a cup of golden raisins. This adds more texture, moisture, and flavor. Now add 1/3 of a cup of canola oil. Now add a cup and a half of milk. Give that a little stir with your large spoon. Then let it sit for about 10 minutes so that it will soften the Raisin Bran cereal. Meanwhile, grease your muffin tins with some butter and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and make the brown sugar cinnamon crumble topping. Add about 2 tablespoons of butter to a small saucepan. Melt that over medium heat. Now then add 1/4 cup of brown sugar and about 1/3 cup of flour. This is all-purpose flour. Remove it from the heat and stir it until it forms a thick paste. Now sprinkle in about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and stir that in. At this point it looks like it's formed a bit of a soft dough. You shouldn't need any more flour, but if it's not thick enough you can sprinkle just a little bit of flour in there to make it form the dough if you need to, but it should be pretty good. And this is what it should look like. Now I just put that dough into a small bowl just so it could cool off a little bit more and it would be easier handled, because we'll need to get our fingers in there to do the crumbling on top of the muffins. So set that aside now to cool down a little bit. And back to the muffin batter. I used a large spoon to stir it and mix it together so that it's well incorporated, and we'll finish adding the rest of the ingredients. Add a generous 3/4 cup of white sugar and stir that sugar in until it's well incorporated. I don't want my bran muffins to be dry and boring. I like them to be nice and moist, so I'm going to add 1/4 cup of shredded carrots. This will slightly disguise the bran flavor and add a little bit of moisture and flavor. And actually, it adds a little fiber too. Now crack open 1 large egg and add that to your batter. And once again, give it a good stir. Add 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And I kind of give it a little stir after each addition. Now add 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. And stir that just until there are no flour pockets. Spoon the batter into a greased muffin tin and spread them out evenly to make 12 muffins. Now to make these more deluxe than ever, and to finish them off really nicely, let's place the crumble on the top of all of them. So spread it out evenly again over all 12. So this will not only add a little bit of crunch, it'll also be a little sweet treat on the top of each of your muffins. So we'll put this in a preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And you'll set your timer for between 20 and 25 minutes. And to be sure that it's actually baked through, I always test it with a toothpick inserted in the middle, and if it comes out clean, then it's done. Let them cool off slightly for about 5 minutes or so, and then start to remove them from the pan while they're still a little bit warm, so that they don't start to stick or sweat too much and get soggy. So if you have a wire rack, let them cool on that. That works perfectly. And I didn't use the paper liners on the muffin tins for these ones, because I do want to freeze some of them. So I freeze them individually in Ziploc bags and take them out as I need them. These freeze really well, and they make for a really healthy and quick breakfast. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for your comments and your thumbs up. And until next time, happy eating.